The Belmont features a full field and the Kentucky Derby and Preakness winners. Orb was super impressive in America's most famous race.
Orb has won the Kentucky Derby!
But in the Preakness, Orb didn't look like the same stylish horse, tasting defeat for the first time, finishing fourth. He never seemed comfortable throughout much of the race, partially due to him being on the inside and a lack of pace. The big question as a handicapper is how legitimate you consider his excuses. And where will Joel Rosario place Orb from the 5-hole after the break?
I think on paper there's going to be a bit of a pace, so he'll be able to kind of drop out of it and dictate what he wants to do. If there isn't, they go in 49 or 49 some change, something like that. I think he can be laying up there, and I just hope he has someplace to go when the time comes.
Orb has been tabbed the 3-1 morning line favorite. Oxbow, the Preakness winner, is listed at 5-1. Gary Stevens stole the Preakness on the lead with an easy pace and made the rest of the field pay.
It's Oxbow and Gary Stevens to win the Preakness!
Be sure and keep an eye on the track conditions Saturday because Freedom Child freaked in the slop at Belmont, taking the Peter Pan Stakes by 13 lengths.
Freedom Child was absolutely magnificent.
I don't know if he's a horse that wants to be behind horses because he's got a free running style. I think he'll probably want to find himself clear into the first turn.
Revolutionary is one of 5 Todd Pletcher horses in the Belmont. This son of Warpass won 3 straight heading into the first Saturday in May, but had to settle for third that day and seemed to lack the needed punch deep in the stretch. The big question: can Revolutionary handle the extra 2 furlongs in the Belmont?
The one thing I'm not worried about is he's a horse that turns off real easily. I think he'll settle the first part of the race, and that's important if you're going to get the 1.5 miles, and I'm not worried about that with him at all.
The Kentucky Derby second place finisher, Golden Soul, had a dream trip and by far ran the best race of his career. Golden Soul is 12-1 on the morning line, isn't likely to get that same type of trip, and must overcome the 14-hole.
He can run inside, outside, in between horses. He's a challenging type of colt, and he's met a lot of challenges, and I think that he's going to be up for it Saturday. Even, with the tough post, I think he'll be fine.
The filly Unlimited Budget drew the 13-hole and is 12-1 on the morning line. She was unbeaten in 4 starts until being upset in the Kentucky Oaks last time out.
Well, she's a big, strong, talented filly. I think from a physical standpoint, she's going to match up well. My biggest concern is just the 1.5 miles with her, and she's not as strongly bred as Rags to Riches was. She indicated in her breeze here Sunday morning that she's ready to go and run as well as she's capable of.
The Belmont also offers some long shots with decent resumes. Palace Malice at 15-1 retains Mike Smith, adds blinkers, and is highly thought of by Team Pletcher. And Frack Daddy at 30-1 finished 16th in the Kentucky Derby, but finished second in the Arkansas Derby. And his trainer Ken McPeak took the Belmont Stakes in 2002 with Sarava at odds of a juicy 70-1. And that's the TVG Inside Track for the Belmont Stakes.